Right, I'm here with Lina. How are you doing, Lina?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for giving up your time to come here down to the wall today, and also for your amazing art on the wall. And so you're not necessarily known as Lina, you are known for your art as the Little Hodler.
Yeah, I think the Little Hodler is way more popular than me.
I don't know, I've hung out with you now for about 5-10 minutes. I think you're a cool person.
Thank you.
I think if people get to know you a bit better, I think, Lina could come up there with a Little Hodler. But you're right, well, maybe. But in fairness, your art here, the Little Hodler, is something that I got as transcended kind of, it's a message and a meme in itself. It's really important to the Bitcoin community as well. So why do you think the Little Hodler in itself, and we've got examples of your wonderful art here on the wall, why do you think it resonates with so many people?
Because it makes Bitcoin simple, and because it makes Bitcoin tangible. Because I do two things, right? One is the comics. So the comics, just because my style is very simple, because the Little Hodler, the character itself, is the only reason it's so simple is because I needed a character for my comics, and I'm not particularly good at drawing people. So I thought I'm going to create something really simple, which is, a circle and a cylinder and a cute face. But because it's so simple, and because the concepts and the stories that the Little Hodler goes through are so simple, I think that resonates with people. It kind of hit a niche in the market, because you have a lot of people explaining Bitcoin, which is a very complex topic, and explaining, podcasts, articles, books, in journalism, explaining Bitcoin and all its facets in deep detail. But you also need that side of Bitcoin that helps those who are new to it, or that helps Bitcoiners orange pill their family and friends and parents and whatnot. And that's where the Little Hodler comes in. And then, I didn't bring my plushies, but I have plushies. And the plushies make it huggable. So it kind of brings this very abstract concept of Bitcoin into your living room and makes it very friendly, approachable, completely wholesome, non-toxic. So I think that's what the Little Hodler does.
I think so. I'm here in Amsterdam, been around, and there's people with Little Hodlers under their arms, cuddling them. I've never seen so much love for Bitcoin, as they just give them proper hugs. I agree. I think the wonderful thing about your art is just the pure simplicity. And if anything, getting something down to a simple, easy to understand message, some would actually say, is a lot harder than creating something incredibly complex.
Yeah, you have a point. So I really noticed that. So when I started out, I was struggling to manage to put these stories into 3, 4, 6, maximum 8 panels in a way that is simple, still brings across a message, and in the best case makes you smile. Makes your day a little brighter. The more I do it, the more comfortable I'd say I get with it. But the challenge is not to make it too complex. But it's really easy with Bitcoin to make things really complex, because Bitcoin touches so many parts of your life. It's not just money. It touches your economy. It touches the way you view your consumption of things. It touches politics even in a way that the more you get into it, the more knowledgeable also you become. The harder it becomes to stay in touch with the beginnings of your Bitcoin journey. And that's probably one of the challenges I have, but it's a fun challenge. And I like also challenging myself to, really simplify things. And that's what I do.
I think it's great, and it's obviously touched a lot of people, and it's an incredibly popular meme amongst people. And everyone's come past the store, come past the counter, oh, it's Little Hodler, Little Hodler. So let's talk a little bit about the piece you have on offer here at the Scarce City Auctions. So it actually comes as a triptych.
Yes.
So we have, starting from the top, talk us through your pieces.
Yeah, I can even say, there's so many amazing art pieces here, and I'm not even going to try and compete with my physical art skills with these people, but I just wanted to try it, In August this year, I had an exhibition in France, and the French art curator, the French art curator said, why don't you try and take some of your comics and put them on canvas as a one-of-one? You just draw it yourself, and people might like it because it's scarce, it's fun, it's something different. And then I was like, I'll try that. And I bought all the equipment, and I just spent the last 2 months just drawing and painting and trying to get a little better. And it's just so much fun. It's very, it's sort of meditative. I enjoy it so much. I'm not the best at it, but I love doing it. And it kind of works. I can take one canvas and make it one panel. So I took this comic, which is one of my favorites actually. You have the 3 panels. You have the no coiner, the new coiner, and the Bitcoiner. The Bitcoin during a dip. Bitcoin dips, no coiner wants it to please go down. New coiner wants it to please go up. Bitcoiner wants to wait until he has more money to stack sats. So again, very simple, but for a Bitcoiner, we can identify with it because everybody's been in the situation where, Bitcoin price dips in the middle of the month and you want it to stay there until you get your next salary. So that's what it is.
I think it's great, and I think I love it as well. It is in fact like a comic except in art form. I love the use of different colours as well in explaining different parts. And to be honest with you, I know my mum and dad at the moment are no coiners. Yeah. And I've tried so hard, but what I haven't done is introduce them to your art. So maybe that's the way.
It's about time.
Yeah, I know.
You can bid on it.
You can bid it. You can bid on it on Scarestart City. Everyone can head over to Scarestart City or to the QR code down there to actually bid on this fine piece. But I agree with you on your particular point there. With when you create something special like these canvases here, you have a connection with the artist as well, and it's about having that relationship kind of with the collector who wants a very unique piece.
Let me tell you, actually, I did a test piece, sort of, a test canvas, just a small square canvas, and I put a Little Hodler on it. And I put it on Twitter, and I said, look, I'm trying something new, what do you think? I'm still practicing. And I got a lot of DMs from people who said, hey, are you selling this? And I wasn't going to sell it, but I ended up selling it to one of my followers who said, I just really want to support you, and this is your first piece, and I'd love to, it's a bit of an investment for me, and also I just really want to have it. That made me so happy. I was like, oh my God, you want my test canvas artwork thing? That makes me so glad. And that, and now we're in touch via DMs now, just because of that. It's really cool. Yeah.
It's amazing. Art reaches out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And as you were saying before there as well, it's an incredibly personal thing. It's a meditative thing. It's a thing that takes your mind off things. I think it's the great leveler for humans, to be honest with you, because we can communicate on so many different levels that just ranting on Twitter or whatever just really can't achieve, and it's done in such a really, really cool way. So
and I love that you've arranged this auction and you've arranged this gallery. It's because, again, Bitcoin is very technical, it's very intangible, but you have so many great artists that bring it on a canvas, or they put it on shoes. It's so cool, and I love that you have a space for it. It's just, the community is so diverse. It's absolutely amazing.
It's really cool, isn't it? And everyone's got a different story to tell and a different way of telling it as well, and that's really important. And I think if Bitcoin is to succeed, and is succeeding well so far, if it's to continue to grow, there needs to be a culture and different ways, like your pieces here, of getting that message across to people. As I say, sometimes it's reading, sometimes it's watching a video. For other people, it's going to be looking at art, it's going to be a plushy toy. There's so many different ways as Bitcoiners, if we're looking for this greater adoption in the world, to welcome people into open arms, like a person welcomes a Little Hodler into their life.
I
so
love
much
how
love.
You put that.
I write poetry in my spare time, so there we go.
I can tell.
Thank you very much, Lina. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and speak to us today. Is there anything you'd like to say that I've missed out?
Oh, you touched on everything, I think. I am very happy that you found me and that we arranged this and that I had a chance to talk to you.
It was on the off chance, and I managed to grab you from the Whale Lounge and then actually bring you over here. I'm so glad I did, and thank you, Sage, for giving up your time to come and speak to us today. And best of luck in the auction.
Thank you.
And if anyone wishes to bid on Lina's pieces here, head over to scarce.city. The auction ends on Friday. If you are at Bitcoin Amsterdam, come down and check out the incredible art that's on the wall. It comes highly recommended by the Little Hodler herself.
Yes.